It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I shall be your tour guide on this adventure across the East. You're thinking to yourself, what's going on? Even more than normal right now? Perhaps. But we'll answer all these questions later in the episode. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. Let me tell you, you can find the show online. We're at WNCT.com under the Download tab. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Usual suspects when it comes to social media. Use the East Daily Download hashtag. One of the great ways, the WNCT mobile app. Download that and you can find us right there. And you can watch on the go anywhere you are. Now, we have a huge show in store for you today. Perhaps it's a bit odd. Some might even say slightly absurd. But let me tell you what's on today's episode, which is not absurd in any way. Here we go. We have a new Q&A with AQ. Our Eye on Entertainment brings us a look at the new Star Wars show, The Mandalorian. We'll have part 3 of our Profile of Stellar Showcase. And if all that wasn't enough, WNCT-9 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson joins us now to introduce us to this week's Weather Kid. Let's take a look and meet them.
Now downloading Weather Kids.
This is Wesley. Like many kids his age, he enjoys building.
What's your coolest Lego that you ever put together? Describe it for me.
My police set, my police helicopter Lego.
Wesley did a really good job with his interview, but one of the neat things about Weather Kids is that you never know the answers you're going to get when you ask a question.
All right, very good. That was good, Wesley. Want to talk about some weather?
No, sir, I'm fine.
That was great. That was great. You know, kind of the whole point of the Weather Kids, we got to talk about weather at some point. So why don't we talk a little bit about weather? Is that okay?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
perfect. All right.
When Wesley did finally settle in to do the weather, he caught on right away.
So today right here is gonna be a rainy day. We don't know if it's gonna rain or it's gonna be bad, but today we're gonna know if it's a snowstorm.
Wesley may actually tackle weather forecasting as a career one day.
I think I was gonna point right here, but then when I started pointing right here, it was wrong. But when I just point at the camera, it's gonna be right.
I really enjoyed our time with Wesley, and I wish him all the best in his future endeavors. Now, if your child would like to become a WNCT 9 on your side First Alert Weather Kid, send me an email to jjackson@WNCT.com, and I'll explain how everything works. For the WNCT 9 on your side First Alert Weather Kids, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson. Class dismissed. When the parents look at this and they see the kids on television, they think, oh, I would love to have my kid, but I'm a little bit scared to bring them on TV. When we shoot Weather Kids, it's not live. We don't put them in a high-pressure environment. It doesn't matter what their skill set is. We will guide them. We will show them where to stand. If they mess up, we've got plenty of time. We can do it over. We take our time to make them feel comfortable and to get it done right.
If your child is interested in being on Weather Kids, email Jerry at jjackson@WNCT.com.
Jerry does a good job. He lets you know when something is finna transpire. I have the app on my phone and the radar on my phone. It helps me know when the storm is coming up. One moment I really appreciated was when Hurricane Florence was about, and the way Jerry really let you know what was going to happen. That was one moment that made my decision for us to leave town. Craven County, we got hit bad. I just wanted to say, y'all continue to do what you're doing.
Now downloading Wacky Wednesday.
Bloopers! Because it's against your religion.
Hey, guys.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. My day's off to a hungry start. Our friend behind the camera, John, thought it would be appropriate to give me a bag of tortillas. What's
Somebody in the ceiling.
You interrupted my work.
I am. Where are you? I only have just 10 minutes. It's just like
I was like, Jesus? Is that you?
If your business would like to be featured in our new show, The East Daily Download, contact Joe Bullard at 252-355-8520 or jbullard at WNCT.com today and watch The East Daily Download weekdays at 7 on Eastern North Carolina CW. Oh, good day, sir, I do say. Hello and welcome back to the East Daily Download. How are you today? This day is slightly odd. There's something off about it. Hard to put my finger on exactly. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of that as the day goes. Still to come in this exciting episode, we're going to profile the new show, The Mandalorian, the Star Wars show. But right now, what we'd like to do is have merriment, dancing, singing, fashion, art, photography, comedy, all that showcased in the stellar showcase that our team recently went to. Enjoy, and shall we dance away?
We are here at the Ritz in Raleigh, North Carolina with Rachel Burbeck, who has a lot to do with putting on events here and in the community. Please tell me about your role.
Yeah, so actually, I've only been here for about 3 months, so I'm very new. I'm the first one on site to do active sales for the Ritz. So really excited about that, really excited to get the word out. So I've been doing a lot of networking. Things like this is really great, so thank you. And so we've been hosting you guys, I believe, for about 2 years now, if I'm correct on that. So we're excited to have another event, and this is my first time doing Raw, so it'll be good. It'll be good. Yeah, it's a lot of amazing artists are out here.
Yeah, so. I know over 70 different artists. I'm excited to walk through and see tonight, but when something like that's going on in a space like this, what is your role in getting it together? How do you determine how it's going to be laid out and just everything?
Well, yeah, I do the logistics of everything as well, but this was actually, Raw did a lot of logistics with the layout. They did that, but I was in constant conversation with the director as well as with Crystal and everyone else. So we had a logistics meeting on site. All the artists came, they looked at the space, they kind of felt it out, they asked us all the questions. So that was really, really good that we had that. So that's kind of our usual process. We'll do, my VP of National Sales actually took care of the contract process, and then for Raw, and then so I do everything else after that. So all the logistics and talking to the clients and making sure everyone's happy and it's a good night. I work with such a great team here at the Ritz. I almost have nothing to worry about every time I'm at an event, just because I know that we're all supporting each other, and I am extremely happy to be here, and trying to show people that this is more than just a music venue. Even though we all love it as a music venue, this is whatever you want it to be. This is a special event venue, and this is an amazing artist marketplace tonight with showcases. And so this is what we want everyone else in North Carolina, in this area, to know, that we are whatever you want it to be.
So this is how it all went down. When I was a kid, my mom would always say, Kelly, you talk to everybody. It's like every day is the Kelly Clarkson show. Then the other day, I'm in the studio asking a lot of questions, and my engineer says, what is this, like the Kelly Clarkson show? Then I'm at a play date where the super cool mom says, you should totally have a show. And I'm like, shut up, but in like a nice way. And then her daughter, who's like the cutest thing ever, says, it's like there's always been a Kelly Clarkson show, but now it's on TV. And I'm like, totally.
The Kelly Clarkson Show.
When her tire blew on the highway, Erica Usinger wasn't sure what to do, stranded on the side of I-85.
I didn't really expect for anyone to pull over because I've been broken down a lot in my life, and no one's really ever pulled over before.
But someone did. This time, this man, who she now knows as Tiwan Vey.
And he didn't even think twice about whether or not I was a good person or if I needed help. Like, he just saw that my car was stopped and just helped me anyway.
On his way home from work, Vey stayed with Usinger for more than an hour, and when her and her mom's spare tires were both flat.
He was like, we'll just put my spare tire on.
She says they then went to the gas station where he filled both their flats.
He was doing a lot more than I expected anyone to ever do.
Overwhelmed, she went to Facebook, posting about this stranger's act of kindness. then a surprise.
22.7 thousand shares.
She says she offered Vay money to pay for his dinner that night.
He wouldn't take it. He actually just said that the only thing he wanted us to do was to pay it forward if we saw someone else in need.
And after all the social media shares Monday, Vay sent U-Singer this video, along with his children saying thank you.
And I feel like if we can help a person in the smallest way possible, we all can make a difference in this world.
U-Singer hopes his message of kindness is heard.
I think it shows that there are lots of good people in this world, and this is what we should be applauding people for.
It's ingrained in me.
Of course I know what the themes are.
Entertainment tonight. That's what people want.
It's hard to think of entertainment tonight without.
Oh, I know it.
I mean, come on. Since I was a little kid.
This is Entertainment Tonight. This is the Bible of show business.
The East Daily Download Talent Showcase continues. It's not odd, it's not unusual. Welcome back to the East Daily Download. How is your day going so far? We still have a lot of show to come. Quick reminder, you can find us at WNCT.com under the Download tab. Also Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm talking fast because we have a lot to get to, and use the East Daily Download hashtag. One of the great ways, the WNCT mobile app. You download the mobile app and you can watch anywhere on the go. We have our own link there. It's great. It's fantastic. Everybody loves it. Okay, Q&A with AQ is still to come, but right now what we want to do is go to a galaxy far, far away, where it's not absurd, it's not odd, it's not bizarre, it's just Star Wars and The Mandalorian. Let's take a look.
A new trailer is giving us a better look at The Mandalorian, the first ever live-action TV series set in the Star Wars universe. Series star Pedro Pascal says it may not always be clear to the audience whether key characters in the 8-episode series are good or evil.
Even when you begin the journey with The Mandalorian, you aren't sure what side you're on.
The Mandalorian is set to premiere on the Disney Plus streaming service November 12th. Rachel Weisz will portray fellow Academy Award-winning actress Elizabeth Taylor in an upcoming biopic. The film, titled A Special Relationship, will explore Taylor's role as an activist in the fight against HIV and AIDS. The film legend died at age 79 in 2011. And Sterling K. Brown leads an ensemble cast in the upcoming family drama Waves. The newest trailer packs an emotional punch.
So, you think you can take that old man? Come on, what's up? Did you start?
The film, directed by Trey Edward Schultz, shows the journey of a suburban African-American family as they work to come together after experiencing a loss. Waves hits theaters in November. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
I wanted a space that felt warm, inviting, surprising. It could be inside of a barn somewhere where a group of women and men are getting together and we're talking about life. The Mel Robbins Show is not a show, it's an experience. This show is active. And so we thought meticulously about the set design itself so that I can move all over the place. I'm sneaking back here for all of my arts and crafts. I did not want the set to feel very urban and city because this is a show about real people. I'm out to ignite change.
They will absolutely go to great lengths to do anything they can to hide it.
The bedroom isn't real, but it's designed to reveal a very real problem.
One thing we hear very frequently from parents is that they don't ever go in their kids' rooms. There are over 200 items that could be an indication that a child might be struggling with an addiction or a mental health issue.
The Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation treats young people dealing with addiction and brought this mock teenager's room to Raleigh to teach parents what to look for.
What kids can do is use an X-Acto knife to cut a line in the flip-flop and store pills in there. Any fruit or vegetable that can be cored out and you can put holes in it and a hole in the top and a small piece of tin foil, it can actually be smoked out of. If you open it up, what you can see is that they've carved a storage hole in the middle with both a pipe and drugs.
So I feel very naive. Kira Grant says she'll look a little more closely at her teenager's room now.
You never realize that they can hide everything in plain sight.
But Nigel Lucas isn't surprised.
Kids these days get smarter and smarter to, like hide things from their parents.
He knows because he's been there.
I'm in recovery myself. Like a lot of the stuff that I've seen, I've done myself.
Even if teenagers don't want their parents in their rooms.
As my mom taught me, if you live in your parents' house, you don't really have that privacy. I think it's important for parents to come see the early signs of it.
Something moms and dads see could end up getting their children some much needed help.
This isn't the story I expected to be telling. 3 years ago, when Batman mysteriously disappeared, he divided Gotham.
Crows represent order, security.
The crows are not the hero of this story, Gotham. I want to take power. I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be, when it fits a woman.
If your business would like to be featured in our new show, The East Daily Download, contact Joe Bullard at 252-355-8520 or jbullard@WNCT.com today and watch The East Daily Download weekdays at 7 on Eastern North Carolina's CW.
How big of an influence did she have on your life and your son's memory?
Oh my gosh.
It's a loaded question for George Gates of Greensboro. 16 years ago, then State Senator Kay Hagan worked to get a law changed after his son was killed in a hit and run. In 2003, 27-year-old Stephen Gates stopped on I-40 to check a flat tire when someone hit him, switched spots with their passenger, then took off. It prevented the original driver from being convicted for the deadly hit and run.
The hit and run law was broken.
I put North Carolinians first every single day.
Gates says Hagan sponsored and published a bill for change. Stephen's law passed 2 years later, which Gates looks at now as a memorial for his son.
We've always thought of the result as a 600-word epitaph for our son that keeps other people from experiencing what we did.
Representative Pricey Harrison worked on the law with Hagan.
We worked closely with the family, and it was my first really significant piece of legislation, so I needed her guidance.
We're grateful for her having been part of our lives, especially at a really difficult time, and for I would say, the friendship that we had with her because of that connection. And we'll miss her for that.
What are online originals, local stories,
A grant is allowing Duplin County to continue helping senior citizens.
local documentaries,
Here today at the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina. They've just finished their expansion.
special features,
I certainly need some help with my skills on archery.
behind the scenes,
From tap rooms to retail to fitness.
everything you need at your fingertips. WNCT.com online originals.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Q&A with AQ, where you, the viewers, get to ask me some amazing questions, whether they're personal, about ENC. I just love answering them, and sometimes you catch me by surprise, I'm not gonna lie, because I literally read these as we go. So let's get started. First question, what's your favorite nail polish color? I love getting my nails done. As you can see, they're always dead. But my favorite color would have to be OPI Bubble Bath. I always get into the same argument with my nail tech constantly, because they're like, Angie, do different colors. And I'm like, no, I like the nudes, basics. Because nudes go with everything. And OPI Bubble Bath is a beautiful color. It's soft. It could be in the summer, it could be in the fall, and it goes with just about everything. So Google it, Pinterest it, it's phenomenal. Next question. Gosh, my phone went. Oh gosh, okay, hold on. Work with me. Next question. What came first, the chicken or the egg? You know, that was a good argument, like all throughout my childhood. I'm gonna go with the chicken. I'm gonna go with the chicken instead of the egg, because you know the way the egg gets here is through a chicken, and when the chicken gets hot, it makes an egg, and then another chicken comes out. So I'm gonna go with the chicken. All right, are you disagreeing with me? My photographer's disagreeing with me, but it's all right. I'm gonna go with the chicken. That's all the time we have. Again, please send in your questions to download at WNCT.com. I love them. They're random, and you make me work. So again, send the questions in. It's Angie Casada with East Daily Download.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. We do appreciate you being with us today. Here I am, surprise! And as you can tell, this is National Absurdity Day. We dove into the deep end of the absurd pool. Thanks to the East Daily Download players for being absurd and hopefully entertaining you. We will see you back here tomorrow on the East Daily Download. As always, you can watch on the WNCT mobile app or WNCT.com. Again, we appreciate you being with us and putting up with this ridiculousness, or excuse me, absurdity. And until then, we shall see ye tomorrow. Thursday, when we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download, we've got a new real estate roundup for you. We'll take a look at the new movie Last Christmas that features music from George Michaels. We've got part 4 of our profile of Stellar Showcase, and we'll meet this week's child looking for a loving home. So join us on Thursday for an all-new The East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina's CW.